Mr. Sudarak Olde. He needs no introduction. So I would like to know from Mr. Sudarak about this initiative that we have taken, and he would.
Yeah. Thank you, Sanjeev. Very congratulations for the World Art Conclave, and I think it's going to be a great platform for the artists in and around country and the world. And there will be a lot of conversation, dialogue, and it will be inclusive of all artists around the globe. I wish best to them, and looking forward for the great expo in coming year.
I think there are very crucial points which have been raised. There are certain problems with, I would say, our whole profession of visual art. We always have something ideal outside us, outside our country. And my experience of working in a museum has taught me that there is a lot of specialization in other countries, like psychology of art, philosophy of art, criticism. There is specialization, whereas I think that whole responsibility comes onto an artist, because these positions have not been acquired by anyone. So naturally, there is a proverb in English that jack of all and master of none, but we have to modify it to suit us, that jack of one, master of all. Something like this, therefore, I think artist has to train himself in two disciplines. One is that painting itself, and second is to think and articulate his thoughts. Now, what he used word demystification, I think the need is to provide proper perspective to look at today's art. And that's what actually writers are doing it, So I don't know how to overcome it, but these are the problems basically I see. And language becomes a major barrier in India particularly, because there are 14 languages, and art students from various languages, they learn in their vernacular language. So we have to find one language. There is no vocabulary even to talk about art. That's the first problem. In Marathi, when I sit down to translate, then I find that there are no words, appropriate equivalent word, what has been written in English. So there are a lot of things to be done. Second thing, that generally people don't have context, because now the best example is Jackson Pollock. Unless people don't know the concept of gestural art, they will not be able to see Jackson Pollock's painting, and they will not be able to appreciate Jackson Pollock's painting. So basically, through reading, through writing, we have to provide perspective to look at art, and that too, today's art, and of each individual artist. The same criteria could not be applied to everyone. So these are the problems, and I think exhibition is one of the medium to reach maximum people. And as I suggested earlier, that there could be interviews of several artists, where artists will speak to the audiences. There could be some kind of interaction between audiences and the artists, and hopefully that will to some extent resolve this problem of lack of communication or gap between the audience or the connoisseur or even the collector an artist. Basically, as initially said, that art starts with material. So naturally, art needs to be sold to raise funds. And when collector is there, then I think indirectly is supporting the artist or encouraging the artist to produce more. Because limitation is that that artist has no material. He has several ideas, but he has no material. So to some extent, by selling, he overcomes this difficulty. And I think exhibition is one of the most appropriate medium to reach people, to reach collectors, to reach galleries. Even galleries need to know many artists, so that could be done through this exhibition.